Hey everybody, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and trying to keep out of mischief. That is the important thing. Please, will you? Someone, anytime. Good start. Thank you. This is a current events reading concerning Lucy Letby. Now, this has been suggested by Jane Jacquia, I believe is how you pronounce it. Sorry if it isn't. Yvonne, Angel, and 47 upvotes in the comments. Let me just set out my table a little bit, all right? And I'm going to be purposely vague for, So, I don't do normally anything involving kind of true crime, that kind of thing. Because when I was a bit younger, unfortunately, a friend of mine got murdered, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it for kind of sympathy. I'm just putting it out, all right? I have frontline kind of seat witness type thing of the manipulation of the media, the situation involving it from the other side. And, me and my friendship group, right, we were having difficulty with it. I cannot imagine what it was like for the actual family and families, just generally, right? So that's kind of the reason why I steer clear of true crime, because I don't want to be ever seen making money or any form of kind of, milking a situation where the main issue really should be some form of recovery in some way, shape or form, grieving and recovery in so, but yeah. This is another reason why I don't, for example, want to keep, even though it keeps being suggested, and we have done a few of like Tommy Robinson. Now, I've personally, I know we're still new, but I can see on the YouTube kind of graphs and stuff, like how popular and equating to how much money that is. Okay. So, and I'm not saying everybody is doing it, far from it, okay? But there is definitely a group of people whom can see that themselves and just keep milking that situation dry, okay? And so that's equally why I specifically choose certain subjects, okay? However, there was a fact that I found that I was actually sent, and I, had a look where, and this is what turned my thoughts on this, of whether or not Lucy Letby actually did it or not, because from certain reports that took a while, what I could gather, to actually get released from the hospital, the deaths were happening when she was not on duty as well, like excessive deaths and stuff like that. And for that reason alone, I've decided to do this reading. Okay, so I just wanted to lay it out, just for future reference and stuff like that. Okay, the kind of, it's always fun, like most of the time, to have a look and stuff and be unburdened by it and all the stuff that we normally do on this channel. But I just wanted to make clear the reasons why certain actions happen on this channel. Okay, and if anyone mentions anything particular, please reference them to this video and in the comments and the first couple of minutes of it, just so they can understand, kind of, because there's a distinct lack of kind of empathy in the world, morality in the world, and let's be honest, we're all human. I just try and do my best, my part, right? And that's the reason why I purposely choose what we do. Anyway, so right, now that's out the way. Let's get into it, shall we? So, current events reading for Lucy Letby. Did she do it? Is there something else going on? What is happening? Everything here is obviously alleged. I find out the same as you do. That's why we do multiple rounds. So if you're new here, we do a base reading and then we go on top of it to actually get more detail and more information. Then we go on top of it again. And in real time, I was blown away by what came out in the final kind of layer of the Pope and the Catholic Church, because that was like, wow. So if you haven't seen the full of it, because I noticed that, the average viewers dropped out at 14 minutes. And I'm like, that's before the good stuff. That's before the goss. So they're missing out on the... But it's like, fair enough. If they want to do that, that you do you, boo. So here we go. Let's have a look. 10 of Swords, straight out. Betrayal. Wow. Okay. 10 of Wands. This is an accomplishment in this deck. Upright. But it feels like the fact that it's two tens, wow, that's just... Queen of Swords. Someone's on her side. Someone's trying to fight this. Death, yeah. In this instance, it's the actual... Normally, it's kind of... This actually my favourite card in the deck normally, because it's like it symbolises rebirth, reborn, renewal, new cycles, and all that kind of stuff. In this is like death, is like, yeah... King of Swords. Now notice how they're laid here for the new boys and girls. Notice how they're laid on. We always look at what cards are touching what. So this guy feels like Crown prosecution or kind of legal lawyer type person kind of thing, who kind of knew about this. The burdens here, and it does feel like burdens in this reading, feels like hospital. This feels more about the 10 of Swords, and kind of like the hospital institution, what I mean, right? And the pressures in it. The 10 of Swords here feels very strongly like Lucy, like will throw the blame so far on here. Queen of Swords feels like someone standing up for her. That doesn't feel like her. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. That doesn't feel good either. Hawk Lady. Very lovely indeed. 9 of Pentacles. If you're new here, yeah, it helps entertain me. It's not for you. It's just keep me on my toes. 4 of Wands feels as if this... Notice how it's landed. This was an easy out. There is something else going on here, and this is some form, I don't want to say cover up, but it's quite close to it. It's been kind of, yeah. Betrayal again. Hangman. I think there needs to be, I don't know if she's had an appeal. I know very little about this apart from the data, the Freedom of Information data that came out saying that, like I said, the excess deaths happened outside when she wasn't working as well. There was something else going on here. Hangman feels as if this feels like it's in its reversed position where they don't want to see it, they don't want to talk about it, that kind of thing. 9 of Pentacles is feeling like there is, notice that the person standing up for her, looking at the deaths data, there is something here. They're building some form of case, but they won't look at it. They won't, because it's notice where the 4 of Wands is. It's slap bang in the middle. It's like, no, it's harmonized, everything's sorted, all the certain backs are being covered, that kind of thing. This is giving me the same energy of post office inquiry. This is giving me the same kind of, but there is going to be victory. Whose victory though? But that's why we looked like extra levels and stuff like that. Victory, success. There is something breaking here. I may want to get the dinky deck out just to clarify this bit here, because this does not feel quality. This doesn't feel good. Committed, though, the Lover's card, kind of, this feels like this is not going to end. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep, this is not right. There's data here that is important to share. Knight of Cups. This feels like somebody coming in, like support. Doesn't feel like they're on the scene just yet. There is somebody coming in to offer help, support, going through the data again, realizing there's more to this than what's been made out in the news and that kind of stuff, how it's been spun, how it's been manipulated. There's something seriously, you're right to have brought this up and badgering me in the comments. You're right. Yeah. It's not often that for the new viewers, you don't want to encourage the comments. Normally, you don't want to encourage them. But you're right. You should have, yeah. Because they've been going on at me for weeks to do this reading. So can we clarify the Seven of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Matches, please? This betrayal, this kind of... the Hangman is giving me the energy of kind of Two of Swords, kind of blinding, kind of blinkered, purposely not looking. And then Six of Wands, please. For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. It's rule number 1. So, Knight of Pentacles has just flopped out. Technical term, obviously. Oh, hello. That one and that one. Okay. Okay. Overarching energy. Topsy-turvy of the Two of Pentacles. That is, it feels like balancing out the situation. Knight of Pentacles. There is definitely someone coming in. Page of yeah. King of Cups. The King of Cups feels like the Knight of Cups that we had underneath, kind of gaining more attention. I don't know if that's a judge or something. It's just it, but it's like finally people are listening, because it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. You're right. It doesn't add up. The Knight of Pentacles is this. This is going to be. This is going to be big. This is because the adamant of it. You know what I mean? The kind of the slight like smearing of the name and everyone knowing and all that kind of stuff. It's like this is going to be big. This is kind of because it just doesn't add up. Nothing. You actually. Let's have a look. Can we? So we're just going to use the prediction deck here. How's this going to go down, please? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Surprise attack. Surprise attack is kind of the awakening of people. So like this suddenly aha, similar to me, where I was like ignoring kind of thing. In a polite way, because they're just suggestions in the comments. But then it was like, okay, let's just have a look into this, because and like I said, someone sent me something, and I was like, what? Hold on, what? Where? Why is this not mentioned? But yeah, it's this surprise attack, this awakening. More people are realizing, waking up to the situation. Controlled puppet. That is on the hospital. This is kind of you will do what we say kind of energy. But the winds of change on the person standing up for Lucy. The tornado winds kind of like blowing the stagnant energy out. The new winds coming in, kind of like the change of perception, that kind of thing. Change is coming, exactly. Changes are coming. It's just so many people that are being thrown under the bus, left, right, and centre in there. And then this feels like this was an easy get out. Um, housing issues, banking and currency, corrupt dealings. The housing issues I'm getting is the data. I'm looking at the book. I'm being dragged to the book. It's kind of like once you actually start reading it, start looking at it, start looking at the details and the, it just doesn't make any sense. How is it possible? But there's so much money involved. There is some sort of money involved. There's some sort of I don't know if the I don't know. There's just something. There's something to do with like some sort of investment or some sort of kind of bringing up the level of the hospital or something. There's something here. Are they? Like I said, I've gone in blind, but as always. But is it some form of kind of, is there somebody coming in or has come in to sort out the hospital and give it renewal and that kind of thing? But the corrupt dealings, they know it's going to hit them in the face. The mainstream news, yeah, unexpected result. Rocket, our own rocket man, Elon Musk. It's like fighting against this mainstream media, this mainstream news. Realizing that this, it just doesn't make sense. Sharing it, moving it, that kind of thing. And I feel like this is why, if you're not on, and I wish I was on commission, if you're not on X or Twitter, get on it, because it's the only place to be able to start talking about this kind of stuff and sharing data and information. And that's what's the purpose of it. We're on it as well. There's a link down in the description. That's also where you can find how to do personal private readings and stuff like that. It's all down there, and joining the Village Elite here on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. It's all in there. So this is kind of constantly, I think it's going to get his, there's something here where he's already keeping an eye on the UK since the protests and kind of two-tier care kind of stuff. And now this is he's going to start naming and shaming stuff a bit more, but it needs to be talked about more. It needs to be, I understand now why people keep mentioning it. It's like, okay, this doesn't make quite sense. Urgent act now, underlying energy, public life burnt out. Yeah. Yeah, this is there's going to be some heads to roll because they can't answer it. They can't explain it. They can't, it just doesn't make any sense. Right. So let's get some more tarot in here to finish off. Now, bearing in mind, people, children, and others, and adults and stuff as well. But mainly, yeah, this is where people left us before the gossip happened with the Catholic Church. I'm just saying, you do you, boo, but I'm just saying, it's the final round that normally brings the sexy goods. Right, so Page of Wands. This is the earworm, the irritant. This feels like the data doesn't add up. There are people reviewing this. The kind of going back traditional stuff, that kind of thing, doing the research. People are looking at it, sharing the research. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Notice it's cups, similar to the Knight of Cups, underlying the King of Cups here. It's very much kind of throwing it back. This is not right. This is not right. Because it's a hollow victory. Exactly. This smacks of scapegoating, which we seem to hear and witness quite frequently now. Find an excuse, find someone, get rid of them. It's like, it's that kind. It's get rid of the issue instead of looking at the problem. This is what I'm saying. This is why this feels like the post office all over again. This feels as if we don't look at it, if we don't deal with it, if we don't kind of worry about it, then our jobs are not at risk. We can like pander to the media, get rid of it, none the wiser. Do you see what I mean? It's that repeated kind of star card. It's divinely guided. Notice how it's landed. Yeah, it's divinely guided. Because it's I'm just, and the Emperor. Ooh, oh no, Starmer, for goodness sake. The sly, manipulative kind of bleh. Moving on though, Six of Swords into calmer waters. There's something here that he's hiding, or not him personally, but it's like the way it's come up. Labor, it's like people. It just feels as if there's definitely people are in the know. Westminster, that kind of thing, and it's just like, shh, keep it down, keep it quiet. But it's divinely guided that it's going to come out. Please be the sun at the bottom. Okay, celebration. If it was the sun. Then it was like illuminating the darkness, that kind of thing, like the floodlights are on it. But it's the Three of Cups. Okay, so overarching energy, the Fool card, taking the leap of faith. Underlying energy, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is someone I don't know. Someone advocating. There's something bigger here. This is what I keep getting, though. It's something bigger. There's something about... It's not just the fact that she's not on wasn't on duty at when other deaths happened, almost identical or similar. What I can gather. I weren't there, so I don't know. But, what I can gather. It's almost as if it's not just the hospital. I don't know if it's the trust as well, or there's something here where it's so much bigger, but we're only seeing a thimble-sized kind of bit of it, and that's why it doesn't make any sense. That's why the rest of it is hidden, and we're only seeing this Lucy and the thing. And the court case and all that malarkey and outrage and all that kind of stuff, which quite rightly outrage, but it's like the rest of it is it. This is why it keeps smacking of the police, not the police, sorry, the post office, right? Where we now know after 20 years, Fujitsu knew there was wrong. Going on, the post office people knew, in management knew what was going on. The investigators who kept going in to all these different branches knew there was something going on, or they were getting a bit suspicious of what on earth is going on here. But we're only focusing on the outcome. Do you see what I mean? And it's like, what all of this was going on, and you were purposely hiding it. It's that kind of energy all over again. There is something here. There is something here that this is the outcome, but they are in the know. Everyone's kind of keeping each other's back kind of energy. But this person here is taking like stepping up and speaking. It feels like some sort of exposure, some more kind of data points and stuff. Yeah, so let's get some the cartoon clarity as always, and then we'll get the hell out of here. So, truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Justice. There you go. Straight out. This feels like the community coming together. Some sort of like love, affection, looking after each other. This is bigger than this, that, and the other, you know? The protest. Here we go. People speaking out. Daydream. It's going to finally come back into a kind of a nice, optimistic kind of celebration with the Three of Cups, with the King of Cups. There is all this kind of, the conclusion will be good. Okay. Overarching energy, death again. Yeah. Because they still, and like I said, these, you know, the families deserve true justice. The families deserve the truth about what truly happened here. Underlying energy. Promise. Oh, beautiful. People like, we will get to the end of this. We'll get to the bottom of this. The true extent of how bad they were let down. Wow. That is lovely. I think that promise feels like the Queen of Swords where we started off. The King of Cups kind of opening up an inquiry or something like that. There's something that is like, this is definitely not the end of it, because the justice is going to prevail. The balancing is going to sort itself out. Wow. So if you enjoyed this reading, and I appreciate, you know, it's a difficult subject and stuff, and we've tried to be lighthearted as we always do on this channel. Please thummy like, that'd be gorgeous. It genuinely helps out the channel, like no end. It's amazing. Please comment down below your thoughts and share and like educate myself and educate the village, the Greatest Good Village, about specific details that you may have picked up on that I haven't, obviously not knowing about it. The scenario. Yeah, educate. That'd be lovely. And until next time, where we do, obviously you can subscribe as well if you really enjoyed it, and ding-a-ling the bell and all that kind of stuff. But you do you, boo, right? But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.